world has been at peace. But something is coming. I can feel it.
Various versions of the Warcraft movie script have been lying around the Blizzard offices for decades. The film itself was first announced 10 years ago, but languished in what's best referred to as development hell for longer than we care to recall. Original director Sam Raimi dropped off the project, and screenwriters came and went like leaves on a breeze. It seemed the studio knew what it wanted to achieve, but it couldn't quite find the right team to bring it to life. And then Duncan Jones signed up and immediately demanded some serious changes to the script. Turns out the director not only played video games, but he played Warcraft, and in the epic saga of orcs and humans, he was firmly on the side with green skin and tusks.
I am Duratan, chieftain of the Frostwolf clan, and I am here to save my people.
So the storyline of the movie was changed again to make the orcs team up with their human counterparts against a common enemy. Casting was finalised, filming was completed, and more than 2,000 special effects shots were applied, and the end result is Warcraft: The Beginning. I'm not sure necessarily it was worth the wait, but fans of the games are in for a treat.
Saving the world was not a one-man job.
We fight together or we die together.
You'll have me to protect you.
I need no one to protect me.
Well then.
Warcraft's plot is one that will be familiar enough to lore nerds. Draenor, the orc homeworld, is dying, and all orcish eyes are on a potential new home, the lush greens of Azeroth. Access is via a magical portal which needs life energy to stay open, sacrificing crowds of captive Draenei, and predictably the orc warriors aren't keen on politely living in the new world alongside its current human inhabitants. Long story short, this is the beginning of the First War, which takes place before the dawn of World of Warcraft. So, we have orcs, we have humans, we have a conflict, and we have a stunning setup. We also have the stories of the old mage Medivh, young mage Khadgar, warrior Lothar, his son Callan, Elaine Ryn, the king of Stormwind, Garona the half-orc, Frostwolf chieftain Duratan, his friend Orgrim, warlock Gul'dan, and this turbaned perfume vendor lurking in the markets. And if you think that sounds like a lot of storylines going on all at once, you'd be right. Warcraft tries to do a lot with its 2 hours of screen time, and really it might have done better with less source material. It's a common problem with fantasy and science fiction adaptations to want to include everything, particularly ones drawing from rich histories like the one Blizzard has created for Warcraft. As it is, while the core storyline is solid, most of the other branches are spread pretty thin, and more than a couple of characters feel like they're just there as convenient plot devices. Another problem with Warcraft is that it doesn't seem quite sure what tone to use. The Warcraft video games use two distinct approaches. There's the in-joke, pop culture saturated references of World of Warcraft, which would have made for a fun, surreal movie that likely would have been out of date the moment filming started. But then there's the completely different presentation of the cutscenes and cinematics, which are dark and brooding. An entire film of that would have been dramatic and gritty, and a refreshingly new take on the fantasy genre. Unfortunately, we didn't really get either. There's a few jokey moments in Warcraft, the interplay between Lothar and Garona is poetry, but the rest of the film takes itself pretty seriously, just not seriously enough to verge into gritty territory, leaving the movie in a sort of safe, non-confronting middle ground. It's understandable, but it's frustrating. What's not frustrating though is the visual effects. With the exception perhaps of Garona's tusks, which are kind of distracting and don't really make sense, the orcs are amazing. Each one is unique, which makes sense. They've all been performance captured, so they're all real people, and there is so much personality and character embedded into each face that the crowd scenes feel like so much more than just a computer-generated cut and paste job. Anything involving magic is appropriately glowy-eyed and sparkly, and the griffins, wolves, and other creatures are feathery, furry perfection. It was nearly enough to make me forget that winged lions are a physical impossibility without adding an extra set of shoulders. Ignoring all the stigma that's attached to video game tie-in movies, Warcraft is actually pretty good. It's visually spectacular, the special effects are glorious, and the main storyline is quite a satisfying ride. Even if you've never played a Warcraft game before and you don't know your thrall from your Arthas, you'll probably have fun with this one. On the other hand, if you are familiar with your source material and not expecting a serious bit of epic fantasy, you certainly won't be disappointed.
Whatever you plan to do it now!
Everybody knows how important it is to back up all of your important data just in case your computer fails, your dog eats your homework, or something horrible happens to your mobile phone. That said, nobody seems to actually maintain their backups, but we're here to make things easy for you with this great hardware package thanks to our friends at WD. There's a 3TB My Passport Ultra, which you can use to store all your photos, videos, music, and other data, paired with a MyCloud personal cloud storage device, which means you can access all of that stored data with just a few clicks, no matter where you are in the world. For your chance to win this complete backup solution, head to playerattack.com and follow the links to the WD competition, fill out your name and contact details, and tell us your best, or worst, lost data story. The competition is open to anyone in Australia and runs all the way up until June 28, with the winner announced on Player Attack shortly after. For the full terms and conditions, see our website.